Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be teaching you today how to use the MSR Whisper Light stove. This is an essential if you're going backpacking or even lightweight camping. It allows for quick boiling of water and cooking food with the minimal use of fuel. This is what the MSR Whisper Light looks like when it's all packed up before use. Inside this bag right here, we have the windshield, the stove itself, the heat reflector, and the fuel bottle pressurizer. The first step after taking the stove apart is to undo the fuel bottle, like so. And to add the fuel bottle pressurizer. Once I've added the fuel bottle pressurizer, there's a plunger. I like to give it at least 50 pumps, sometimes 75. Now once I'm done pumping the bottle, I unfold the stove and put the windscreen and the heat reflector around it. So this is the heat reflector. I'm unfolding it like so till it's fully unfolded and flat. I unhook the fuel line from the stove. I put the stove and the fuel line through the center of the heat reflector, and then I take the legs and I move them out into their positions. Each one has its own designated area around the stove, so you have an even placement between the three, and the fuel line comes out the bottom. So the windscreen, which I've already unfolded right here, I put around the stove like this. That helps everything stay warm inside. Then I connect my fuel bottle to the fuel line, and I put this into the desired position right here. Now it's time to light the stove. For clarity, I'm going to remove the windscreen from around the stove so we can see the primer cup in the bottom right here. First, to light the stove, you have to fill the primer cup with fuel so we can prime the vaporizer. We take our match, we light it, and then we light the primer cup. As we wait for the primer cup fuel to burn out, it's safe to move away from the stove so that the fuel that's burning in the bottom doesn't singe us. Once the flames start to die down, that is when we start to increase our fuel to the burner. Do you hear that noise? That is the Whisper Light stove performing at its optimal level. When you hear that noise, you know it's time to put the water on and to start boiling it. It's now time to put away the stove. First, I'm going to take off the fuel bottle, move the legs to their inward positions here. Take the windscreen off. Make sure I'm not hooked here. Stove down like this. Fold up the heat reflector windscreen. Put this into the bag. Then I like to fold up my outer windscreen. Put that into the bag. I hook this line onto there. Dump out any remaining fuel from the line. Put that into the bag. Slowly release the pressure from this fuel bottle. It will be highly pressurized, so be careful. You can hear that pressure pop right there. Undo my pressurizer. Give it a couple pumps here to clear any of the fuel out. Put that inside. Now the last thing is to top the bottle here. And you're ready to go.